Love, light, greetings, gratitude, blessings, and blessings, soul family. My divinity to yours. Welcome and welcome back. Thank you for your love, light, support, appreciation, participation, your clicks, your comments, your likes and shares. I am deeply moved by this beautiful family that is united in light for the highest and greatest good of the ascension through a deep, heart-centered connection. Thank you, and Spirit thanks you. I have decided, a few days ago in fact, but there's always a timing for everything, and I do a lot in the vibration of spiritual resonance. Therefore, this particular reading as a clearing and shielding for Prince William's energy is coming now. It was asked to be delayed for the month of May, specifically because of change. I am told now. And of course today's energy, being the 6th of May 2024, is a number one vibration of new beginnings, new changes, new energy, new templates, and so on. So it is very apt to change for a higher and greater good, not so. I have just posted out the video on the reading I did on his life path, and it is clearly picked up that he is in a state of despair, of pain, of sorrow and grief, and so on. Whatever his actions are, you and I are no judge. And it will be unfair to completely judge a situation that we do not know all the details of, as much as everything is pointing at him. And clearly it will, because he is to be answerable for a lot. How much he has been involved, we may never know in its entirety, but as light workers, it is our place to hold space. So I invite you to join me in this clearing and cleansing of him, and shielding and protecting for the higher and greater good with help of Divine Spirit. If you wish to continue, thank you heartedly. Spirit thanks you, for this is what being light is all about. And it is only love and light that can move darkness. It is their greatest fear, a threat. And we want to accomplish a goal. I have said before that such is a system that you were born innocent into and then thrust into the thorns of darkness that pierces you so deeply, intently, purposely, for a self-serving goal. And it is not always easy at the very onset to understand that for a young mind, an innocent mind, a pure mind, is so easy to tarnish to mess with, to confuse. And when you have all the elders that have also gone through that, they are never a good set of guidance or a good example, because they in themselves lack the greatest ingredient, and that is love, emotion, expression. The system unfortunately numbs you to a point in your life that anything wrong means nothing. You can do it and feel nothing about it. And that is what is happening. And every future one that shall sit will unfortunately undergo this nasty, ugly, toxic, painful, evil preparation. So let us open our hearts to do what is right, to do what is kind, to do what is nice. Today you call him William, tomorrow you will call him George, the next day you will call him Philip. It doesn't matter who sits there. It's a vessel being used for a self-serving system, and we want to stop it. Divine Spirit of Light, Mother, Father of all that is, the Creator of all creation, I welcome you heartedly. I invite, invoke your essence and presence of purity, clarity, and divinity to bathe me now, encompass me in your love, light, protection, healing, blessing, the channel, and every beautiful member of this soul family that is working for higher and greater good in your name, your spirit, your light, your gift, for the common hearted goal to bring peace, prosperity, and victory in this world. Bless us all, protect us all, and guide us all with our intention is to cleanse, clear, and purify Prince William, and to shield him with protection for the higher and greater good. We ask you to lead the way. Please close your eyes and begin to breathe, calming and relaxing your mind as I tone in the sound to bring a balance and awakening and a charge of energy to help us through. State your name mentally or aloud and repeat, I Invoke, invite and welcome my angelic and spiritual teams of guides and guardians to protect me. Archangel Michael and your legions of light, the energy of Prince William and his teams of light, his ancestral lineages that wish to help him at this time, and any other being of love light that wishes to help us for the greatest and highest good of our intention, to cleanse and purify and shield and protect Prince William from all that is in opposition to light. We invite you and we thank you, and so it is. As you breathe in and out, becoming aware that you are in control of your breath, your body, your thoughts, your emotions, your will, your power. Archangel Michael, please cloak us with your sapphire blue energy, protecting us and helping us through this. Thank you. Become aware that a cloak of blue light is placed over you, fiercely protecting you. And upholding you as we work together, unitedly, with each other and with Spirit. Mother, Father, Creator is reigning above all of us at this time as a collective soul group. And bring into your vision now Prince William standing upright. And he doesn't look happy. I see him in a light jacket with a darker shade pants, and he looks glum. He looks lower. I don't see eye contact. He doesn't make eye contact. His demeanor is limp. And I want you to look at him and say to him, William, I am trying to help you. You are in a lot of pain and despair and sadness. You are confused and controlled and manipulated, and we know it. But you need to come to that realization that you are not your true self. Do not be blinded and controlled any further. Step out of it. You have the will and the power to step in to your I am presence, and that is your true essence. Divine resonance. That is a life of happiness and joy, and there is always an assured outcome by doing what is right. Will that not be easier, more comforting and nourishing? It is hard, but your brother has done it. I know that it is different for you, but save yourself. Your family is important. Your children are your priority. It is your responsibility, nobody else's. The will is in your hand. The power is in your mind, and the willpower is in your heart. And he thinks about it, and he's confused even more, but he understands what we are saying. He sways his head in deep regret. How could this ever go wrong? How could it be? What can be done to change it? All the questions that plague his mind. You cannot change the past. You can only manifest your present and do the right thing. Mother, Father, Creator, I ask you to pour the white light of cleansing and purification into the crown center through the fontanel of William. Buckets of it. Saturating and drenching him. And I see these dark cloaks, layers upon layers upon layers of jet black cloak, like an onion. Every layer you try to look underneath, there's another and another and another. The years of grooming and manipulation and programming and conditioning and enslaving has thickened and hardened with time. We ask you to pick up, to amp up the vibration of the white light, to start creating the cracks on these hardened layers that sit heavy upon him, physically and non-physically, and let all the cracks form. And the top layer is loosening and falls like a mosaic down to the ground. And the next layer is cracking and splits and shatters to the ground. And the next one. And the next one. And the next one. And the next one. and the next one, and more as it gets lower and lower. It is easier to crack and to shatter and fall. And allow a few more, and they all fall off him. And he is standing in this pile of black dust and pieces of rigid dark cloaking. Just a pile of dust with the odd bits of these pieces that tell him a story of darkness, and even that is further breaking down with the light into powder, into nothing. It has no form anymore. And as the light continues to flow through his crown into his body and out his feet, it is draining like a little river this black heaped dust into a vessel that spirit will take away and transform. And see this heap around him, flowing with the light, clearing away from his ankles, his feet, his toes, until nothing is left. And now he stands naked, spiritually naked, cleansed of this dark cloaking. Divine Spirit, increase the vibration into his crown center and help us now to uplift the programming. We give you permission, with our will and intent, for you to work through all the finer details that we know nothing of. Exactly what was done, how it was done, why it was done, how he was programmed, what he was programmed with, what he was brainwashed with, what he was enslaved with. Clear all of that from his brain. Remove darkness, lust, greed, anger, remove control, selfishness, temptation, influence that has been inflicted by the system. And we also ask that you remove it from any other source, intent, unintently, knowing, unknowingly, directed to him, at him, for him. And see the light rinsing as it flows into every part of the brain, into all the little chemical aspects, electrical aspects, all the wiring that is not meant to be there is disintegrating. And this web is now dismantling, dissolving, and he has a full functioning human brain. Send the light further down into his third eye and physical eyes to clear all that he is blocked from seeing in truth, in love, in light, to uplift all of the masks, the veils, the blindfolds, the dark lenses, the dark images and graphics, further down into his throat, so that he speaks from truth and light and love, to remove words that are negative, to remove speech and instruction and dictating that is in the absence of light. To be honest and truthful, into the heart, to clear that numbing, that icy cold energy of feeling the absence of love, of not being in his heart center. Let's cleanse his heart so that he may feel love and warmth and kindness and compassion again for everyone. Into his solar plexus, that is below the breastbone and above the navel, his willpower, his center of willpower, his gut, to remove that lust and control, the power for control, the power to be right, the power to do as I please, when I want, how I want, with whom I want. Cleanse and purify that energy of me, the control, the fear. I literally have going through my abdomen a piercing pain that feels like a snaking energy, maneuvering, moving, but with a sharp point, that I am in physical pain right now. That is how negative this is. That is how controlled he is. That all he wants to do is strike back into his sacral energy below his navel and just above the coccyx area, the lower emotions, sensuality, sexuality. Cleanse and purify the energy of lust, addiction, manipulation, control. And into his base center, the tailbone, coccyx area, the power to fight, to go out into war, to be at war, to conflict, to struggle, to strife, to put others through that, and to fight these wars himself between light and dark, not to have a clear spiritual direction and grounding, not to be anchored in light, clear all of this darkness away that is keeping him swaying, wobbly, misdirected, misled, taking the wrong direction, the wrong steps, and putting others into that difficulty. And it flows out his feet into the vessel, and another layer of light from Spirit, Mother, Father, is more transparent energy, a more clearer light is flowing in to rinse him out, to rinse his energy clean, so that he is transparent, he is open and honest and truthful, so that he sees, thinks, feels, understands clearly, clearer. And there's honesty and openness and human connectedness, and allow this energy to flow inside and out of him, polishing him inside and outside, refaceting his energy into oneness. I now call upon Master Saint Germain with your violet flame of purification, your violet fire, and I thank you for the sudden request. I ask you, please, to blaze a massive violet fire, as tall, much taller than William is, and twice in width of his body, so that he is able to step in its center. And visualize that William is now stepping into this violet fire. It is a cool fire and does not burn. It's a brilliant violet color, and he stands in the center. And Saint Germain, I ask you to work your magic by purifying him, his mind, his body, his heart, his spirit, every single atom and fiber of his being, right through to his DNA, to purify him and amplify him. And I begin to see him turning and swirling in a clockwise direction, with his arms spread out and his legs wide open, like a child, doing a little merry-go-round as this energy begins to swirl and twirl, oscillating very gently, picking up pace from his feet all the way up to his crown, in a beautiful circumference of oscillations that are rippling through him, reverberating this energy of purification. He is in this fire, and inside of this is this oscillating violet swirling, twirling energy, and he is turning around, completely surrendered into this, feeling innocent and pure, and reconnecting with his child, his teenage, his younger years, feeling that innocence and purity. And gently he turns, facing the front again and stopping, finding his balance, and the flame around him begins to decrease in its intensity and its size until it dissipates completely. And Saint Germain retracts that flame back into his energy field, and we thank him. And Prince William is brand new, a complete energetic makeover. And Archangel Michael, we ask you to step forward now and blaze your sapphire fire. And he does that again in the height, the length and width to accommodate William, and he steps into this fire. Again, it's a very cool blue fire that will now penetrate his mind, body, heart, spirit, physically, non-physically, energetically, protecting him, shielding him, to stand in light, to uphold light, to be light. And he breathes this light in and out, in and out, in and out, as he grounds it, as he magnetizes it into his energy field, and lets all these beautiful little droplets of this sapphire light fill him up and become his armor. And Michael takes a diamond, sapphire diamond, and places it on his forehead, anointing and appointing him to be in service of truth and honor, and to be protected. And places his sword on his head, affirming that William, you are now of the light. You are protected for as long as you remain in and of the light. You are with this armor to be your true, divine, authentic self, and help us, and we help you. And he bows to Archangel Michael and says, thank you. And Michael, we thank you. And he leaves. And Mother, Father, Creator now pours a light of gold to raise his spiritual consciousness, to awaken and activate him on his life path, his life purpose, to walk in truth, to be of truth, to walk in love, to be of love, to walk in light and to be of light, and to honor who he is. Thank you, Mother, Father, Creator. And we now look at William in his spiritual regalia and say to him, you have now been blessed with many gifts, and it is expected of you to honor that. And we support you as long as you honor that. And we thank you for this transformation. And he bows in gratitude and says thank you to all of us. Beginning to step and adjust himself in this new vibration, he walks and leaves the room. He turns around at the end and smiles. He blinks and he leaves. I thank all of our guides and guardians for being with us, helping and guiding and tending, the highest and purest, and the greatest good, with the hearted intention for what we have accomplished. Beautiful family, I love and I thank you for being part of this. Please continue to uphold this vision, not through the entire process unless you want to reaffirm it so that you perfect it. But in the end, to see him in this violet, the white, the violet, the blue and the gold light, in light, in love, in truth, so that he awakens to his true identity and does everything right. I love you, I thank you, I bless you. Till next.